Welcome to Switch It Up. We're in, where are we at?
Estes Park, Colorado.
You gotta speak up.
Estes Park, Colorado.
She hates vlogging in public. We're at Bear Lake and we're getting ready to show you some really cool things around Estes Park.
This is Bear Lake.
No,
Rocky Mountain
National Park. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so just roll the intro.
Oh, because what? You don't want to deal with people looking at us? All right, roll that intro.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it's time for history time with Todd.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So we are at
I'm sorry to
Bear Lake
in front of us.
Trail School. See, so what happened is these kids, and it looks like some older people, they didn't know how to read or write, you see, and they had to walk across these rivers, and a lot of them, unfortunately, were eaten by bears.
That's why they're called Bear Lake.
Yeah. So what happened is they'd be walking across these, and the bears used to look for salmon, but unfortunately it didn't work out any longer. Salmon supply run low. The kids were just perfect snacks. They were like snack size, and when they'd walk across the logs, they would just simply choose one and pick it off. Did you know that history
I
about Bear Lake?
That history, no.
The trail school, and the reason it's called trail school is the lessons learned about walking, to school and stuff. It was just treacherous. If you're ever up here to see the Bear Lake Trail School, now you know the rest of the story. You're not buying it.
I don't buy any of your history. None.
Keep your glass half full. My load is heavy, but there's always room to spare. Any day my luck could lean from lucky to unfair, and I got a little, but that's all I've got to share. I bare my soul, releasing all these words into the air. So keep your glass half full and let your love light glow. We all need a beacon when the storm begins to blow. We all need a beacon when the storm begins to blow. Sit and tell me everything you know. I didn't used to listen, made it hard for me to grow. I feel
Wonderful Estes Park shopping arena.
We're not there yet.
Are we looking for anything in particular? Besides its quaint
Yes.
little environment?
We're looking for lunch and something for the Switch It Up Adventures.
Oh, we can't give away all the Switch It Up Adventure stuff.
And you were looking for an adventure hat to go with the
I
Switch
know.
It Up Adventures.
I still gotta find my adventure hat. I've not found that yet. But this is really kind of a nice little area. Everyone's walking, having ice cream. What we're gonna eat?
I don't know. Todd's hungry.
Todd just had snacks for breakfast. So
I would consider it a breakfast, but
a yogurt and a coffee? That's not a breakfast, that's a snack. She hates vlogging in public.
it's like you have I guess that was a breakfast appetizer for you.
Yeah, that was an appetizer. I'm just getting started. I'm getting warmed up.
Oh, there's a taffy shop.
Oh, there's a trolley
Oh, and a fudge shop.
and a fudge shop. Okay. Need to focus now so I can show you
Another
some cool
fudge
stuff.
shop. Goodness
We're not
sakes,
gonna talk
another
about
ice
fudge.
cream shop.
There's a lot of
There's
snacking.
a lot of snacking.
There's taffy.
A lot of those.
and let your love light glow. We all need a beacon when the storm begins to blow. We all need a beacon when the storm begins to blow. So keep your glass half full.
There's walking sticks.
Oh, we should go in here. And it's got
Pretty cool.
I like all of them.
Yeah, they're really cool shirts.
it floats.
Crap tied on
We need
the
it to
top of
float.
You're
not funny.
Yeah,
She isn't funny.
Look at that.
Put the snaps up.
I don't know.
I wanted snaps on the side of my hat.
I'm not sure why. Oh wait,
Could
I
this
gotta
be
find
it?
you a. Oh, what size of head do you have?
Real similar, but he changed
I don't
them
know.
just enough, I guess.
Big.
that he does-
That it doesn't get in trouble.
Yeah,
That's not what she
copycat
said.
guy.
You can't
we
say
will
that.
come
This is a
back.
family
Sounds good.
channel.
Yeah.
This is 7 3/8. What size is that?
7 1/4. Okay. Adventure hat. Check.
Me neither. I've only got a couple.
Man, I look good. If you say so myself. What do you think?
Your receipt.
What do you think, dear?
I'm glad we found you.
It's taken a while, this hunt.
It's been a long.
It's been a long hunt. Adventure hat check.
Supporting local business.
Supporting
check.
local business check. Has a secret pocket in it, so you can put your license and stuff in it. It
And
floats.
it floats.
Lifetime warranty.
You might need it.
Yeah,
floating.
you're not funny. It's not funny.
You could use it. Yeah, it's
Like-
gonna come in super handy.
I can swat tree crabs.
What
So
did you say you could do?
I could
with
swat tree crabs with it.
It? Oh.
See, it's a weapon. There's many uses. It's waterproof.
It has UV protection.
UV protection.
So you're
If I lose it, I have to pay 50%, but I get a new one. It falls apart.
you get a
New one. For 2 years, I think.
pretty good deal.
She loves vlogging in public still. I think what I like about this little town is that you've got these great mountain views. You got the Stanley up here, we've got history. You got great public restrooms.
You're pretty much surrounded by the mountains because there's
Yeah.
different ones on that side.
It's just got an amazing feeling. Like, here's a nice green space for everyone to hang out. It's just, I don't know, I'm enjoying this little community. Isn't that what it's all about?
Yes.
That and adventure hats? We should just call this one the Adventure Hat series.
I'm just glad I see somebody else in an adventure hat right
Look at that, there's another adventure hatter. We need to start that whole club, the Adventure Hatters.
there. No, I don't think so.
You know, RV Lock, we've put you in so many videos because we like your lock. You should really reach out to us.
How many actual oh. What were you gonna say?
I don't know what I was saying.
How many? I was gonna ask you how many actual B-roll shots of you locking the door does one really need?
Okay, she's asked me how many B-roll shots, right? So when you're editing video, I don't know where this is gonna go. This might be a behind the scenes, but every time I shoot video with a purpose, that is a transition piece. And so it doesn't matter how many times I do it. In my mind, it's part of the story of us leaving.
Maybe you need to come up with some new transitions. Just a thought. You asked me to come along and be a part of this YouTube journey. Now you don't want my
I gotta put the
opinion.
tailgate up. Now she has opinions.
It's like I can see the snow moving up daily. Like that snow. Oh, hi. The snow line is moving.
So Sheila has this idea, we're doing something tonight here in Estes.
Yes, I had a surprise for you today.
Yeah, so we finished running around and now she was like, get your shoes on, we gotta go. So where are we going? Are you gonna tell me now?
Well, yeah, because I need you to drive.
Yeah, we're in the so don't freak out. We're just in the trailer or whatever
The
RV park.
We're in the RV park. So there's something very iconic in Estes Park. It's been here for years, like long time. I don't even know how long.
What is it?
Early 1900s, I believe. The Stanley Hotel
I
is
was
like
wondering if that's what you were gonna say.
It's an iconic thing in Estes Park. I don't think you can go to Estes Park without checking it out. So we're going to do a history tour because we want some real history. I want some real history.
You don't want Todd's history?
I don't want Todd's history.
I think Todd could really come in to some important stuff in the history of the Stanley Hotel.
No. I think that tonight we'll let our tour guide explain the history.
You know Dumb and Dumber was filmed there. And there's stories of it being haunted.
Well, I know that there's stories of it being haunted because we watched an episode on Ghost
Hunters. That's
that
a long
was
time.
there.
That was like years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I thought let's do some history.
Let's get some answers.
Answers? I was thinking history.
Oh, well, yeah, answers from
Okay.
Dumb and Dumber and
okay.
the other stuff.
Yeah. And
She
so
said there's some new things opening there too. You know?
Yeah, I think it'd be a cool place to stay sometime.
Okay.
We could switch it up.
We're switching it up. We are obviously. We're not spending the night. Let's get that perfectly clear. We're not doing that. I didn't pack an overnight bag. Okay, I gotta drive now. Because that's normal.
You said they were.
I don't.
I didn't know they were right there.
Yeah, they're hanging out behind.
That one has a collar.
You think you could outrun them? Okay, Sheila. We had to leave the camera in the car, so from this point forward, they said no videos. You know how that goes with Todd. We're gonna get you the inside scoop. That's pretty cool, though.
Can you imagine how? I mean, this place is giant for being.
Well, think back, this town wasn't even really built, but this thing was thriving. We're gonna be using the phone. So you guys will have to deal with shaky video and audio. But how else are we supposed to get you the inside scoop? You're gonna have shaky video and audio problems. This is really cool. Nothing is better than Dumb and Dumber being shot here. Come on. We all know it's an iconic classic. It's near and dear to Todd's heart.
Not my kind of humor.
What do you mean Craig took this picture and he made it us? Craig, look, there it is. That's awesome. So, we'll get to hear some of the history. I really love this old vintage stuff, though.
Alright, so we might be
What?
Cool building.
We're not allowed to record audio, so some of this be played to music, and I'll have to put in text.
go ahead and take a whole bunch of pictures in here. Nobody's upstairs, so perfect. I'm going to shut these lights off because it's way better. So get your good pictures when in the light, and I'm turning these off.
What are we looking for?
That is a bit spooky. So there are a ton of fantastic things around here. We need to talk just for a minute about the Stanleys that built this place before we start moving. That's exactly what we're looking for in this place. That sort of constantly taking pictures. Now let's start talking about the spirited nature of this place.
What was a little odd is we were just in there and we swore there was a tour in the building with
Above
us.
us. It was loud. Like,
Glad we
it
ended
was,
up going upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Legit.
that's
a little
legit.
odd.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Yeah. All right.
it legit. Like, legit sounded like
Yeah, there was
like
like,
10 people-
15 or so
people walked
upstairs.
in above.
You could hear them, somebody talking.
creak. Yeah.
And
The
then
floors.
we went up, then we were like, well, we have to go down the basement door. And then we couldn't hear it anymore. And then we came up.
It's not that creepy, but it is odd.
Just odd.
Oh, they were voted the #1 haunted hotel in the United States. History's cool, though. You know, here's a fun fact. Nobody has ever died at this hotel, supposedly to haunt it. He said the ghosts just liked it so much they wanted to come back and... I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. They want to come back and stay. I mean, come on. So, who knows? Me, I think it's, evil spirits. It's pretty, though.
But this hotel was only open 4 months out of the year when they first built it.
That's true.
I thought
So,
that was cool.
4 months out of the year it was open because of AC
It
and
was built as a place. It was built as a place to entertain their
friends. It's very beautiful, though. I guess we're going into one of the most haunted rooms in America. I don't really feel anything.
No.
I guess because we had to do the video with the demon voices.
just working on
No
it.
voices.
That's really good. So we're heading over there. We're going to step into the McGregor room for a bit.
This is pretty.
We're heading over to the McGregor room. 1, 2, 5, 7.
One thing about this place, it is beautiful. Isn't that pretty?
It is pretty.
Wow. That's really cool.
Stay over here. That's
Look at this.
A little steak.
Isn't this beautiful?
Come on in, folks.
This is
Welcome
amazing.
to the McGregor dining room. So I'm going to show you my favorite picture of this entire place. And it's my favorite picture because it's very unassuming. I highly recommend when you're looking through your pictures later on today, just kind of randomly zoom in on different spots. Because this is exactly, well, this is the reason for that. There she is.
Hey, that's like the girl that was on the top floor.
Exactly.
Pretty it is.
This
is just
either side of the steps, doesn't matter.
Amazing.
How you doing? Good. All right, my tour, all the way down. All the way down. So that is where we're headed. This door right here, that creepy door that looks like a dungeon. We come right back out here in just a few minutes. When we do, this case does have some really cool stuff in it. Now, come on in. Yeah, go down to the big metal safe, but stop before it.
This is kind of creepy in itself. Big metal safe.
That's not normal.
It's like right on rock.
Yeah.
It's built right on rock.
Build it on the rock.
Limestone.
Welcome to the basement. We're going to talk about the tunnel, which is actually that there, in just a second. And we'll be in here in just a minute or so, but in a few, I'll flip the lights off, let you take a whole bunch of pictures. Now, let's start off with what I consider the absolutely creepiest picture that we have at this hotel. So, this picture right here, I usually don't show to some of my tours because it's actually, I think, legitimately terrifying. So, this was taken down here, right over here on this side.
Awesome.
Yeah, so 10 feet away. Yeah, I'll show all four of you at once. So, Looks normal.
Yeah.
See them yet?
I don't see anything. I don't like it at
Oh no! No, that's not good. Yeah, that is. Watch this. Watch what happens.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, like
No. This is like reactionary.
See what happened.
Oh wow, that is
Right?
creepy.
Isn't that terrible?
Sheila, final thoughts.
I think the history of this
Is-
hotel is amazing.
Yep. So let's cover the facts, the basics. It was built in 1909. How long did it take to be built?
Well, it opened in 1909. Took 2 years.
2 years to build. and
They
there was-
built 11 buildings in those 2 years without electricity. They didn't have electricity till it opened in 1909.
And that is in that room 217 everyone talks about. There was an explosion, but fun fact is that nobody has ever really died here to make it haunted.
Yeah.
And the lady that worked here until she was 90, they're saying she was the first haunting, and she haunts the 217 to whatever these rooms are. And that didn't start until 1950.
Yeah. That's when they said that it was the first paranormal
There,
activity.
yes, paranormal. They call it spirit. Now, if you're going to stay here and you wanted to do the ghost, how much was the ghost tour or history or whatever it was?
So there's a day tour and there's a night tour.
Yeah.
So the day tour is more the history, and you can go in, you can see the rooms up top.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think we paid $50 for the two of us for the tour.
And it was
The night
good?
Yeah, it was good. The guy definitely loves
Oh,
his
yeah.
job. He's excited.
Answer any questions about the history of the thing. The ghost stuff is, yeah, I didn't.
Well, I mean, it's just part of the history of
Yeah.
what they say has happened here. Fun fact.
Fun
The-
fact. Give fun facts.
That when Dumb and Dumber was filmed here,
Mm-hmm.
Jim Carrey asked to stay in the room
217.
that Stephen King stayed in,
Uh-huh.
217. He lasted 3 hours, checked out.
And they
and
went and stayed
He
2
stayed
weeks.
at a Holiday Inn.
Yeah, and he won't come back.
But everybody else stayed here, and he said he wouldn't do Dumb and Dumber 2 if it had anything to do with the
Yeah, he
Stanley
put it in the
Hotel.
writer that he would
Yeah.
not come back to this place.
So that was interesting.
And he's never really talked about why. They said he was in his saying, "I want out."
It's
Get
very
me out.
stunning. I mean, it's got
beautiful.
the classic. I mean, a lot of the hand carved detail. We just don't do that anymore.
No.
But another fun fact: it was only open 4 months out of the year.
Yes.
Where the elite came for their summer.
And the kids were left to run wild, and that's why they could go anywhere here when they were here.
Yep. And the 4th floor was just a bunch of. There was 2 rooms up there, but then there was the rest of the floor was just a bunch of bunks for all the kids that were here for the summer. I can see that.
It's
That'd be a
kinda
fun
cool.
summer camp for the kids.
So just seeing how everything, because most of it's all original.
You can stay here overnight. The rooms seem to range from anywhere from 200-ish to 400-ish
A night
a night.
to stay in the spirit-filled rooms, and you have a 2-night minimum sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Okay, here's another fun fact. They're doing something new that's coming up. See, switch it up. We give you all the inside info. What's
yeah,
the
it's
new thing?
In opening in July, there's a building being renovated just
On the other
down
side's
the
dark.
other side. And there's going to be a speakeasy in the basement with a magician.
And there, you know why there's a magician is because the owner that built this, he had this infatuation with magicians. And on their original place, their little hall, they actually had a trap door for Houdini, who
Yeah.
performed here 2 times.
So the elite would come here in the summer, hang out, and then they'd have entertainment come in, and Houdini was one of the people that was here. Pretty cool.
So that's the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Ghost stuff aside, I love. Here's a fun fact: we have stayed at some of the most haunted places in the United States for just grins and giggles. We always try to make our trip within trips and have something unique happen. So, yeah, I mean, some of the places we've stayed was the Queen Mary.
Yeah, that was.
That was something. It just had a weird vibe, and
I think it'd be cool to come back and stay here sometime.
yeah. Other than that, I think it's.
But the tour, it was fun.
It was great. The guy who did the tour was fabulous.
The underneath the tunnels where the workers had to
Yeah.
use to go through, the whole building has an underground tunnel system. It's all caving in now, but I don't know, a lot of neat things.
All right, we're off. Look at this. We just 4 minutes and we caught you all up on the Stanley Motel. Hotel.
It's a hotel.
Motel would
It's
be a mobile thing where they took cars.
Yeah, hotel.
Hotel.
Stanley Hotel.
All right, let's go. I worked on our intro. It was you coming out of the truck door now versus coming.
Versus blocking the.
Yeah, versus. So I got you coming out.
Okay. Well, at least it's something new.
Where are we going?
We're going to go up into the Rocky Mountains today in a Jeep.
Yes, because we didn't get a pass to go up into there because they're
No.
now doing these.
It started yesterday.
So
I thought we were here and enough.
we're doing an end around.
Could have done it yesterday.
So we've rented a Jeep tour, which goes in and gets to go up to that trail. What is it called?
Trail Ridge Road.
Trail Ridge Road. So
We wanted to do it on the motorcycle, but it's
Yeah.
gonna rain.
We missed our pass too, and it is going to rain in about 4 hours.
Yeah, we missed our opportunity.
Don't let the obstacles get in the way. That's the moral of the story today. She's not buying it. Are you digging Estes Park so far?
I am.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Let's go see our Jeep thing. It's going to be cold. We dug back out the north faces. It's 47 degrees where we're going. Welcome to summer.
You see, so he leads those guys. He has the intel. He's been around the block quite a couple of times. And so he tells them where the best grass is, and they sort of follow along with him. And that's going to be his job with the ladies come October. You can notice that he is a monarch based off his royals, which is the fishtail at the end of his antlers there, where the antlers kind of go both ways, up and down.
Rocks and snow above tree line, way up there you'll find a wild wicked wind on the mountain. Trees don't grow and the sun don't shine, way up there you'll find a wild wicked wind on the mountain. The hills don't care and the clouds don't lie, lightning flashing in the sky. Wild wicked wind on the mountain, a wild wicked wind blowing round, a wild wicked wind on the mountain. Why, oh why would I ever come down?
I just go right into it. This is our guide on the Great Jeep Tour. So tell us about the details of where we're at, what the road consists of.
So this is Trail Ridge Road. We're at the Alpine Visitor Center right now. This is the highest building that the National Park Service has. And the way that you get up to it is via Trail Ridge Road that goes from Estes Park to Grand Lake. And it goes for 44 miles from Estes Park to Grand Lake, and 11 miles of it is above tree line.
And it is above tree line. It is something.
You know, what is it? It's Memorial Day weekend, and
Yeah.
it's snowing up here, and we got plenty of.
And it's only been open 2 days, the road, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It
that's
opened up
crazy.
yesterday around noon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so both mayors
stand
came
that
up
stuff.
from Grand Lake and Estes Park, and they met up at the top here and had
Oh,
a little
really?
ceremony.
The mayor's meet to say it's open.
Yeah, trade a bottle of whiskey or something. I don't know.
Oh. This is pretty cool.
Don't you hide. Don't you run and don't you hide. Stand up tall and let your free flag fly.
Okay, I'll start.
All right, Ian is our guide, and so we were sitting there talking, and you do all kinds of guides. You do what, day hikes? You do 5-day, like to Long's Peak.
5 days up Long's Peak.
He does everything, but
Full immersion, off trail.
he gave me his card, and on his card has something called forest bathing. Never heard of forest bathing, and I'm sure You've never heard of forest bathing either. So what is it?
So forest bathing, I think everybody has. It's innate. Everybody understands the value of being able to go outside and just to sit. You know, put the phone away and just sit.
Right.
And well, the backstory to it in Shinrin Yoku is based off of ancient philosophies of Japan. But in the 80s, everybody moved from the forest to the cities to work in Japan. Those people ended up having a decrease in wellness.
Right.
And so Japan put their scientists to work to figure out what the difference was. And they figured out so much about the value of being able to sit next to trees and relax a little bit.
Okay.
And immerse yourself in the forest. And that's what forest bathing is.
So if somebody calls you, like if somebody on our YouTube channel calls you and says, look, we're in Estes Park, we want to go on a day hike, you could do that. But if you're going to say, I want to go forest bathing, how long is this excursion? How long do you go out? Is it like a full day? Is it a couple hours? Is it, where do you go? How does that work?
So that's exactly right. You could just go hiking, but a lot of people can't
Right.
go hiking.
Right.
And so, so what I provide is a 3-hour forest bathing experience.
Okay, I like this, okay.
And we go to a nice peaceful place away from people and in a beautiful setting. And we get into a present state of mind
Okay.
with a series of exercises, kind of like guided meditation.
Okay.
And then with that, we find different invitations in the forest, like looking out on this valley.
It's beautiful where we're at right here. Yeah.
And say you find a tree that's kind of inviting you to it, a tree that kind of sparks your interest.
Okay.
Well, go sit with it for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And sit with it and notice what you're noticing. Notice the bark on the tree. Notice the textures on the tree. Notice the smells coming off the tree.
Basically, you're immersing yourself in a world that we live in every day, but we desensitize ourselves because of our electronics and all the other stuff that is happening around us.
Exactly.
How am I doing? I'm doing good. So you said, what about things like, didn't you pick up different things around the tree, or what do you look for, plants?
Yeah, so we look for plants, different types of medicine. And right here, this is a very, very healthy, this is the perfect time to be harvesting mugwort. Mugwort? Mugwort. And this is, we call it sage out here, or meadow sage.
Okay.
It's not anything related to sage, it's of the Artemisia genus.
Oh, wow. It has like a huge smell.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a deer's favorite food out here as well. It actually ruins the meat for how fragrant it is. But this is an ancient medicine. From the ancient Chinese to the Druids, they would use this medicine. The Chinese, they would put it into incense.
Right.
Create incense with it. And there's people down in Boulder that I know that use it as part of their acupuncture.
Okay.
Now the Druids, they would put this into tea.
Okay.
And they would drink it at nighttime on a full moon as a way of manifesting for the next month ahead.
So how does this go into when you're doing tree bathing?
So at the end of forest bathing...
Forest bathing, yes, I'm sorry.
All good. Shinrin Yoku. I'm going to start just calling it that. A piece of the invitation is embodiment, right?
Uh-huh.
We want to embody the forest around us. So we put this into a tea.
Okay.
And that helps us connect to the land even more so.
Interesting.
It's
So
called
this is
wild
like
tending.
Oh, that's what that's called?
Wild tending, yeah, when you find medicines from the forest around you.
Now, I should give you, because some of you are probably going, this guy, he's out there. You should hear, like, you've done more things by 30 years old than the dude's certified in like EMS, you've done hiking, you've done, safety for?
Mountain safety for ski resorts.
I mean, his credentials are like humongous. And so it's just really cool to learn different things because I have never heard of such a thing. And when you gave me the card, I was like, it kind of blew me away. So, yeah.
You know, it's something that everybody can practice on their own. But I think it's important to have a facilitated experience once or twice.
Yeah.
You know, just so that you get the feel of it and understand what dropping into a liminal state when you're wandering through the forest. And you can do this on a day hike. You can do this in a local park outside of your office.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. And if you are in Estes Park, I'm going to put your info in the description so they can find him. And if you're looking for a Jeep tour, he's doing Jeep tours currently with the company, which is awesome. And then on the side, he takes people out on day hikes and does other things. So this is the dude.
Heathen Creek Outfitters. Look us up online. And I'm gonna get this Facebook page up and running.
Yeah,
here
he's gonna
shortly.
get going. I'm trying to encourage him to do some Instagram and some other stuff too. So
That's the social media. That's what I'm struggling with.
well,
now.
that's all
Thank
right
you.
because you're in forest bathing. You're away from everything, and that's the whole point. So thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, it's been a great trip. Really have.
Appreciate it.
On the mountain. Why, oh, why would I ever come down?
What are you doing?
Looking for sandwich bags, but looks like we're gonna have to.
Yeah. Don't be hiding my Lucky Charms up there.
Hey, why don't you hand me your extra marshmallows while I'm at putting this up here?
This is what RV life's like here. This is what we want to show people.
Are you telling me that the camera's on? Thought you're trying to subtly tell me. Get your marshmallows. Get your marshmallows. The switch crew that took care of you. Now you can add a bucket full of sugar to your breakfast.
Yeah, and my coffee.
And oh yes, you did add it to your coffee.
I've been adding Lucky Charms marshmallows to my coffee.
Seems a little odd, but
They're magically delicious.
well,
That bag's a little.
yeah, I can tell where.
See, they got extra space up there.
Well, here's the thing: is those marshmallows. We're at what, almost 9,000 feet.
Yeah.
Our
If they
next-
blow up.
Our next journey is another 5,000 feet more.
Huh? That'll be fun.
It'll be interesting to see all the things that blow up in here while we're here.
But alas, we are now concluding our Estes Park stay.
Yes, packing up.
Packing up. We hope you have enjoyed our little adventures here. It's been kind of fun.
We enjoy Estes Park for sure.
We do. Well, her uncle and aunt here are here too, so we got to visit with them last night, so that was fun.
Yes.
So, yeah, if there's any time you would like to come to Estes Park, you should come. We've learned there's like 3 other RV parks too.
I think there's more than that.
Yeah.
Todd and his facts.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. The facts. I hope you enjoyed story time, learning about Bear Lake.
We are at Elk Meadow, and we also saw one out by Mary's Lake. But next time we
Yeah,
come, I think
that
we'll
looks
try
like it would be
to
good.
check that one out. But I think Estes Park will be on our list to return
back.
to.
Yeah, this is our second time here, but this is the first time we've actually did all the things here.
I don't think we did them all.
Well, I mean, we did the majority of the touristy things, and now it's time, like, when we come back, we dive into, like, hikes and maybe go do some forest bathing with Ian. Well, she's... Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the things. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. And as always, we do videos Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So if you didn't like this one, wait till the next one that comes out. And
No to forest bathing.
no to forest bathing.
No, I don't think so.
Ian, don't cry, Ian. We're out.
So keep your glass half full.